How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing a spare tire subwoofer. Now this doesn't take the place of your spare tire, it gets installed inside of it so you guys can keep your spare wheel and get that bass and keep your trunk nice and clean. So if you guys do a lot of shopping like me, you guys don't have to be worried about running out of room. Now this is the RockGhost. It is an 8-inch powered subwoofer. It comes with an amp built in, and basically everything that you need is in this box for just under $200. So we're gonna unbox this and then I'm gonna go install it into my car, and then you guys are probably gonna see me much later with an actual sound review of this spare tire subwoofer. Alright, so I don't have a knife on me, so we're gonna use this thing because yeah, naturally. Alright, it's a box inside of a box. Now we have the real box. Here it is, the RockGhost Quantity 1. Ooh! Also, I got a free t-shirt because I ordered this product on their website. It's basically the same price, if you buy it on eBay, Amazon, or their website, it's all the same price. I bought it through them, and they had a promotion going on, so that's why I did that. We'll have a link to this down below if you guys are interested in purchasing this product. But anyways, I feel like we have to put the shirt on. If we're going to be working on this all day, we got to put on the shirt. Okay, I'm not going to lie, their shirt kind of goes hard. Jeez, this is heavy. Now let's open this up. We're going to resort to my second option, keys. There's a lot more tape on this. I need an actual table for these unboxings so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, hopefully the focus is a little better now. Alright, so we have a box inside of a box inside of another box. So let's take this out. I think this is the actual subwoofer, which is the heavy part. Alright, so you take the little box out first that has all your wires, and we'll look at these in a minute. Now you can get to the sub. Whew. Okay. Alright, I feel pretty confident that this is all in one piece, considering it was a box inside of a box inside of a box inside of a box. Alright, so they give us some Rockville things that I'm probably not going to read, unless if they're manuals, because, okay, this one actually is helpful, because they have some wires that are a little different than the standard way of wiring things in for a sub. It's actually easier, believe it or not, with their system from what I've seen, so we'll see just how easy it is. Alright, here, oh wait, there's a wire in here, and it looks to be all good. That's what plugs into the sub, and how you get your RCAs or your speaker wires if you guys want to go that route. So you guys don't have to buy a line out converter. And they give you the little bolt. I think this bolt's longer in the factory one, so this is what tightens it down to your actual spare wheel. And the heavy part, the subwoofer. This thing probably weighs 20 pounds if I were to guess. It feels solid, so we're definitely going to take a look at that in a minute whenever we get it in the car. Let's unwrap this real fast, though. This is what I'm excited about, and I'm sure you are too. Alright, so here it is, and the amp is in here as well. That's just crazy to think about, and we'll see just how well this does. I have my suspicions with the amp being built in, but we'll see. I've heard a lot of good reviews on this. This thing is ported as well, which is I wasn't expecting that. So the port is right here, so that's how it gets its air. I don't know how they fully work, but yeah, it's ported. And this is what's going to sit on your wheel. There is some foam here, so if that's the main contact, that should get rid of some vibrations. And you're going to tighten it down to your spare wheel, so it shouldn't be shaking around at all. Alright, we'll take a look at this later. Alright, so this is the remote that will let you control the sub from up front. This is a really nice remote. Most of the time you only get one knob, and it controls basically the volume of the subwoofer. This gives you a ton of different options that you guys could basically adjust the sub fully from up front, where usually you'd have to go to the back of your car, adjust the amp to your liking, but now you can do it all from up front. Looks pretty nice. The only bummer is you guys can't mount this like the other knobs, but I don't think you guys are going to be too worried about it. If you guys just put it in your dash or in between your seats, you're going to be happy. This was the wiring harness that I was talking about before. It's how we get our inputs into the subwoofer. Let's just jump straight to the wires. So Here is our power wire, and it does come with a fuse built in, so put the fuse closer to the battery side of things just in case if something goes wrong. That's where the short stops, not all the way through your car. This is like a smaller gauge wire, but it's made for the sub that we're doing. That's not requiring like the power of 2 huge subwoofers, so it doesn't need to be crazy. We have a ground, which is definitely a lot shorter, but you're probably going to be grounding this in your spare wheel area anyways, so you're not going to need to go far at all. We have a really long remote wire. This is what tells the sub to turn on and off. Then we have this stuff. This is how you guys protect your wires, especially in the engine bay. You guys will want to throw this on your red wire. We have some super long RCAs, and I don't even think we're going to be using these because we're going to be using the speaker wires in the back of my car. Then we have speaker wire, and that's going to be very helpful because that's going to be most of this project, is splicing my speaker wire. Not too excited about that, but then we also have some hardware, some zip ties, and just some connections and everything you guys will need to fit those wires into your car. So that's basically everything. Now I get to do the fun part. We get to install this. So I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. All right, so we installed this into my 2012 Civic. As you guys could see here, there's nothing here, which is really important because I do a lot of grocery shopping for my job. I work for Instacart, so I have to have a lot of space back here. But once you get under here, you can see the rat nest of cables. I am planning on getting some stuff to organize this a little bit better. Maybe get some like cable wrap or some special tape, because right now it is really messy and I could accidentally like snag a cable if I'm actually using my spare wheel. As you guys could see, it fit really well in here. This is just barely out of the way. I can faintly notice that through here. Basically this just rocks like a very small amount, but as you can see there, it is actually shut on the other side. It's just a little bit raised in the center. Every car is different, so it's hard to make it perfect. But yeah, basically I might make a video if this gets some traction on how I actually hooked it up. But normal power, ground, the blue is the remote, which I hooked up into my radio. And then these are all speaker wires that I just tapped into back here. So I tapped into both of the rear speakers and just threw the wires down in there. So overall, it was super easy. You can't expect to have something like that in your trunk when you guys are building something more like this. You just don't have the box to give it the same sound, but that is not to say that this sounds bad. Also, you guys could see where my ground's at. I think I need to work on my ground connection a little bit more because I've noticed some distortion. But let's go ahead and do a quick sound test and annoy my neighbors. Alright, so I forgot to mention this is the switch that it came with, and basically these are all the controls that you get. I already talked about this in the unboxing, I believe, but I have it wired up here. You could tell it's on by the red. Alright, so the subwoofer actually sounds really good for what it is. For being an 8-inch subwoofer, only running at 100 or 200 watts RMS, and it doesn't have an actual box, it's pretty nice. For the price, you guys also are getting a really nice deal because sometimes subs are $200 alone, and then you have to buy the amp, which is another $100. So this keeps your budget down and keeps your trunk clear. So if you guys want to check this out, I do have an affiliate link down below. You guys don't pay any extra by using that link. It just helps support me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.